UConn no longer needs Paige Bueckers as fans announce their next superstar. It almost feels unfair how effortlessly UConn produces generational talent. From Rebecca Lobo's 90s rise to Maya Moore's 2000s dominance to the Breanna Stewart Sue Bird Napheesa Collier era of the 2010s, excellence has become the program's identity. Paige Bueckers fits seamlessly into that lineage, and to many, she belonged among its very best. But overcoming nostalgia, Huskies have found their new star in Sarah Young. But in Bueckers' UConn career, she averaged 19.8 points, 4.6 assists, and 4.7 rebounds, while leading the program to its first national title in 8 years. It didn't seem possible that a bigger star would emerge, at least so soon after she left. However, fans have already latched on to their next poster girl, Sarah Strong. The signs were there in her freshman season. Strong broke multiple records. She finished as the freshman record holder for rebounds, 356, while being no. 2 for UConn freshmen in points. With 657 points, Strong was just the second Husky, after Maya Moore, to score 600-plus points as a freshman. She also ranks second all-time for UConn freshmen in assists, 142, and steals 92, and is the NCAA record holder for most points in an NCAA tournament by a freshman, 114. The foundation she's laid as a freshman is unreal. Bueckers had said after winning the national championship, "The fact that she's going to get better is extremely scary." After making leaps to start a Bueckers last season, the fans are already crowning Strong as their current queen. Fans hail Sarah Strong after insane 29-point performance. To start the season, Strong is averaging a whopping 20.5 points, 5.0 assists, and 8.8 rebounds, 3.3 steals, and 2.5 blocks. That was capped by a stunning display against Ohio State, prompting superlatives from the fans. The gap between Sarah Strong and the next best player in college basketball is probably as wide as it's been since senior year, Stewie announced a fan. Yes, she has been that good. Strong tallied a career-high 29 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, 3 blocks, and 0 turnovers. She shot 12-17 from the field and 2-3 from the three-point line. It was a display that rendered Paige Bueckers speechless. Stewart was a similar cheat code, averaging 17.6 points, 7.8 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 2.7 blocks while doing a four-peat. Strong has already achieved her first title and could mirror that feat if everything goes perfectly. Beyond Stewart, there have been repeated Nikola Jokic comparisons, but this fan went a step ahead. Jokic/Draymond hybrid. Shit wild, wrote a bewildered fan. UConn boss Gino Auriemma himself has proclaimed her game is similar to the Nuggets star. In Diana Taurasi's words, "Baby Jokic, I mean her footwork, her hands, the way she sees the court. She's really, really special." However, Jokic is not as defensively intense as Strong according to some fans, which adds that Draymond Green element in the game. And this tweet perfectly captures that sentiment. Sarah Strong is a perfect basketball player. She has a legit chance to go down as the greatest college player of all time. Her two-way element slightly nullifies the Bueckers-shaped hole on this team. She has Jokic's offense and Draymond's defense, making her very much like a custom-made player on NBA 2K. Strong has the defense, ability to dominate the paint with her size. She has the passing sprinkled with some outside shooting. Her decision-making seems to be top-notch so far. Strong has already performed at the biggest stage in college ball. Her 24 points, 10 for 15 FG, 15 rebounds and 5 assists in the title game practically floored Dawn Staley's Gamecocks. There are still rough edges like her agility and athleticism, but Strong has time to become the absolute best. The potential is undeniable. Isn't it scary to think that even though this UConn team is very good, Paige Bueckers could have used her last year of eligibility, and it would have been that much better. It would have been unfair, honestly, wrote another fan. We saw how Bueckers and Strong dominated last season. UConn went 37-3 while winning the championship. An improvement in both would have practically rendered their opponents powerless. They together were an elite duo, and you expected Strong to slightly struggle without her point guard to start the season. However, Strong has made improvements in the offseason, taking over Paige Bueckers' ball handling duties while maintaining her impact in other areas. NCAA College League USA Women's Basketball. Final Four National Semifinal Connecticut at UCLA Upper 4, 2025 Tampa FL USA Connecticut Huskies Guard Paige Bueckers, 5 and forward Sarah Strong, 21, react on the bench during the fourth quarter in a semifinal of the Women's 2025 NCAA tournament against the UCLA Bruins at Amalie Arena. Tampa Amalie Arena Full USA. Editorial, UC Omenali PUBLICATIONXINXGRX UXA text ONLOI copyright. Snathings Rake CBEX 20,250,404 _ AJO _ FO 8 _ 359. In fact, Gino Auriemma himself claimed that his team this year is better without Paige Bueckers in a sense. While Strong's college pedigree is always established, a fan gave a hot take regarding her potential ability at the highest level. If Sarah Strong went to the WNBA next season, she'd be an all-star, announced a fan. Strong is already the best player in the country. She does have the likes of Hannah Hidalgo, Lauren Betts, and a handful of other stars at her heels. On current form, she is the best. However, that does not always translate to being an all-star in the WNBA. Yes, Bueckers, Sonia Citron, and Kiki Ariafin made it as rookies, but a lot of factors are involved. She could be drafted to a team with already established stars. Minnesota currently has the No. 2 pick. While her ability could be at that level, the team dynamics might not immediately support this take. Just look at Dominique Malonga at Seattle Storm in 2025.